Okay, this is going to be kind of a quick video because I'm kind of in the middle of like waking up and getting my day started. But I know that when growing up with my mom introduced me to spiritual warfare right away. Like right away. And I thought, you know, she's kind of crazy. This is kind of crazy. And it is. But it's not our crazy, and it's not the craziness of the Lord. Confirmation. This is the craziness of the great army that he sent amongst us to sharpen us in many ways. Because you have to understand that Satan's army is the Lord's army. And I know that sounds really strange, but it's true. Where is it? Father, is it Baruch or Amos? I can't remember which one. The Lord casts down and he lifts up. He wounds and he binds. Don't even get me started. The Lord is where it says, you know, and I shall restore everything that the enemy stole, that the years that the cankerworm stole, the years that the palmer worm ate. My great army that I sent amongst you. Because after the flood, not all the Nephilim died. Not all of them died. And then there are disembodied spirits walking around, messing with us. And the Lord was like, oh no, I've got to do something about this. Of course, the Lord has the best plan. So if you really want to argue with somebody about it, argue with him, not me. And anyway, that's how that works. Like, I'm not here to argue with anyone or convince anyone. Either the Lord is speaking to you through me, or he's not. If you're watching this video, the Lord is speaking to you. Period. End of story. But the Lord has taught me so much about word curses. That's W-O-R-D. Word curses. Generational curses. Bloodline curses. There are things that are cellular memory curses. Not just genetic memory curses. Because there's such a thing as cellular memory and genetic memory. There are things that get passed down, like souls fragment. And we get them because those people carry demons. Those souls fragment, and we get the fragments, and they stick on us. It's a terrible thing. And that might sound like it's a decent thing. It's not a good thing at all. Demons can split, they can jump, but they can fragment as well. You know that idea, and I don't know if anybody's ever watched Harry Potter, but the Horcrux, where the head bad guy is like Voldemort is he has his soul split. This is a real concept. Like, that's not just, I know it's Harry Potter and everything, but you have to understand these ideas come from somewhere. They all do. There's a little bit of truth in every lie. As crazy as that sounds. And if you make the truth your business, the Lord will show you what he's trying to tell you. Some of this stuff is so wild. You would never believe it. But like, if you look at your own life, say you have a hard time exercising. Say you have a hard time motivating yourself. Say you have a hard time reading the Bible and remembering what you read. All demons. All of them. Every single one. And, you know, I just had Leviathan in my dreams last night. Nasty bitch. She is so disgusting. It's a female creature. Even though you would think that it would probably be male, it's not. And she works with Python very, very commonly. And then there's another demon called Abula, who's like responsible for gang stalking and getting like groups of demons together to gang up on you. These are real things. All of them. These are real spiritual concepts, quantum concepts, however, whatever word you want to use, as spiritual or quantum, same thing. And we deal with them. Now, the greatest lie, the biggest lie that the enemy ever told anyone was that he doesn't exist. That all this stuff doesn't exist. Well, if it doesn't exist, I'm sitting here living proof that Christians can have demons, that they can deliver themselves. You don't really need to go to anyone to do this for you. You can do it yourself. You know, that you need to rely on a church, or that it has to be some crazy, like, exorcism situation. That is not true. A lot of it I've done just sitting in my car. I mean, literally just letting myself be led to the right videos and the right people that I needed. And if you talk to a real deliverance minister, they'll tell you, and I mean, I say that, I qualify that statement with the word real, because not all of them really even know what they're doing. They will deliver you halfway and then tell you, oh, that's it, you're good. That's a lie. You have to continue. Deliverance is an ongoing mission. You are never really done. That's the truth. Like, even being around other people, you will have demons try to attach to you. And the fact of the matter is, you will have to deal with that. They're attachments. They're not possessions. Different thing. But you have to deal with that. If you're going to be a responsible deliverance minister, you have to tell people the truth. And most people, they don't know the truth. They don't want to face the fact that deliverance is ongoing. A, B, that you have to pull down the strongholds. You don't just receive deliverance and go, oh, I'm done. That's not how it works. It doesn't work like that. You must pull down the strongholds. And pulling down strongholds takes time, perseverance, and determination. Like, you can't just, oh, I'm done. Yeah, no, you're not, though. You're not. Most people don't ever think about it that way. And they don't want to look at it that way because they think they're done. Easy peasy, quick and easy. It's done. Not true. Not true. It's a lie. I have met a lot of Christians who have been through so-called deliverance only to pick more demons up, and then they don't know how to get rid of them because they relied on the deliverance minister to do it for them, and that is not how it works. You must pull down the stronghold. You must read your word. You must pray multiple times every day. You must continue. Deliverance is a continual process. And every time you spend time around like groups of people, again, you will find that demons will try to attach to you again, and you'll need to purify that situation again. It's just, this is how it works. It's always worked this way. I don't know why people don't tell each other the truth about this stuff. Well, I do actually. Because they long to do the lusts of their father. For he is the father of lies. Ooh, he was a murderer from the beginning. He is a liar and the father of them. Excuse me. That's much more like what I was trying to say. And nobody really wants to, face the facts that this is like a pain in the ass. It really is. It's a total pain in the butt to have to deal with this stuff. But if you are for the Lord, because the Lord's for you, but if you're really for the Lord and you really are strong in Him and the power of His might, this is what you're called to do. If you're watching this video, the Lord has been talking to you about these things, and this video is just a confirmation. But these entities are, they have no good in mind for any human being. A lot of them are impersonal. Like, they don't, what's that word? They're indifferent, thank you. They're indifferent about how they affect us. They're indifferent because they will infect you, your kids. I've seen children as young as 2 years old with demons on them. I'm not kidding. I mean, really, I didn't even think that was possible until I saw it with my own eyes. And I was tripped out, let me tell you. Like, I was really creeped out. But I knew exactly what it was. People in churches can have them. Pastors can have them. Ministers can have them. Priests can have them. It's not like you did anything wrong. People really need to stop looking at it that way. Just going about your daily life, you will pick up demons. It's just that simple. That's how it works. Especially if you're a light in the dark. If you're a really high vibrational person, and you're doing good in this world, they will jump on you. They just jump on you. Some of them, like I said, they're indifferent. They're just doing their job, so to speak. They're just doing what they're created to do. Like Leviathan, for instance. It's not really personal for her. She's just, the principalities and the powers are more impersonal. It's the demons. Because a lot of those powers and principalities are more connected to fallen. They're more connected to fallen angels. And they're more just like the sun. The sun, it doesn't care if you're laying out to get a tan or you just laid out too long, you didn't set an alarm and you get sunburnt. It's indifferent like that. Does that make sense? Like, the sun is not like, ha ha ha, see, she didn't put her sunscreen on, I'm gonna give her a horrible sunburn today. It's not like that. But that indifference of the sun will burn you either way, you know? Like, if you're out in the sun too long, you'll get burned. That's just how it works. Like the cold, you know, if you go outside without a jacket, you're gonna get cold. Like, the cold is not trying to, like, have some vendetta against you. It's not like that. Those are more the powers and principalities. Demons, which are the disembodied spirits of the fallen, we call them Nephilim. They were Nephilim when they were in the bodies of giants. Now they're demons because they died because of the Great Flood. But they're disembodied spirits. The Lord will never create physical bodies for them. Ever. Never, in anywhere or any when will he create physical bodies for them. So they hate us because they can never inhabit physical bodies. Ever. Never. And as far as they see it, the Lord murdered them. Which is like, I see their perspective, but yeah, you were also like defiling and destroying the human race. But the demons, they more have a vendetta against us. They hate us. Like, they hate us. Like, it's irrational how much they hate us. But they hate us because the Lord loves us, and because we have dominion over them, and because they can never be forgiven, and because they, pardon me, and because they will never be given human bodies. Like, there's multiple reasons why they hate us, but all the same, they hate us. And they will follow your bloodline. They will follow your generations forwards, backwards. They'll infect your children. They don't care. They don't care. They're very sadistic, very sardonic. They like to do things that are like ironic, but like mocking you. I mean, suicide, mental illness, depression, schizophrenia, all these things. They're all generational curses. I don't care what anybody says. I've been through the whole mental health system, and I'll tell you what, nothing ever worked for me. No medication, and if it did, it worked for a short time. And then I just came up with a different problem. And I was like, what is this? You know? Because psychiatry and psychology has no idea how to face and overcome these issues. They throw medication at you. They don't know what they're doing. But the people who created psychology, they know what they're doing. Because they created psychology to run people in circles like on a hamster wheel so that you never get free. What's going on, baby? Here, let me get this, baby. That's what they do. They create other systems, like systems of the laws of man, systems of psychology, systems of astrology, all these things that give you just enough truth to keep you divination is another one, to give you just enough truth to keep you spinning your wheels, but you never actually get anywhere. You never actually get the information that you need. And I know that things like divination can be accurate, but it's not accurate though. It's just enough information to keep you spinning your wheels is what it is. It's just enough information. And anybody who's listened to divination for a year or so, you'll see that it goes in cycles. It's the same messages recycled over and over and over and over and over again. And you never actually get anywhere. And if you do, it's like little breadcrumbs. It never amounts to much. And all these systems were set up because the powers that be, usually the fallen system, the fallen angel system, doesn't ever want us to get to the truth, and certainly doesn't ever want us to get to Jesus Christ, confirmation, to get the whole truth, and to never fall back into enslavement again. Romans 8 says, for you did not receive the spirit of adoption again to fear. That's one of the massive things you will get delivered from is fear. Fear is a totally nasty demon. Horrible. And I mean, there's all kinds of fear. There's so many fear demons. It would take a long time for me to name them all right now. Fear of rejection, fear of failure. Just fear. Just insert whatever word after that. Fear is a massive, huge principality demon. But These are normal things that everybody deals with. Christian, non-Christian, Catholic, Hindu, Buddhist, whatever, Muslim, everyone, all of them. Relax, Belle. What's going on with you? All of them. Everyone has dealt with demons. Jesus Christ dealt with demons. Like a lot of them. They weren't able to attach to him or get into him, but he dealt with them. Relax, boo. Relax, honey. But they are, everybody deals with them. Everybody. If you have had a human body, you've dealt with demons. Period. End of story. That's just it. Anybody who tells you any different is either ignorant, totally ignorant, or they're lying to you. Period. There is a significant amount of money, time, energy, and everything else invested in keeping you ignorant of these things and keeping you disbelieving of these things. I was telling you, oh, well, you're a Christian. You don't need to worry about that. What? You're in a better position if you're a believer of Jesus Christ, and most Christians are not believers of Jesus Christ, so I really should stop using the word Christian, because I don't believe in any spiritual belief system of this world. I let go of religion a long time ago. Any of them, all of them, New Age and all of it, everything else. Now, some of the stuff that I say might sound like I'm mixing New Age with Christianese, but I absolutely am not. And if you continue to listen to my messages, you'll see that that's true. But if you just want to sit and judge it, then, that's your trip. Whatever you say, you're right, is the thing. It's like the weirdest thing. And demons are happy to facilitate your disbelief, because there are many demons of disbelief and doubt as well. And that means they'll make you doubt the truth, even if it's presented right in front of your face. You'll doubt it. Out of fear, out of all kinds of reasons. Out of vanity and like what is that other word, Father? Vanity and arrogance. Thank you, Father. Arrogance. Arrogance will keep you from believing the truth because you don't want to believe that could be true of you. Or criticism of others. No. It's just it's so interconnected. Everything's connected. And if I seem a little bit hyped up about this, it's because I am. I received so much freedom from the Lord, and not one time did I ever have to go to a deliverance minister. I was led to every single video that the Lord wanted me to see. Every single one. Every single deliverance video. And even now, years after I started doing deliverance for myself, he still has me watching videos to deliver myself, because sometimes they get attached and I'm like, what is that? But I just don't sit and do it like right away. And sometimes I'll like wait for things to kind of build up, and then I'll do like a whole batch of deliverance, because it gets to be kind of a pain in the ass if you're like rebuking demons all day. It's kind of crazy making. So I stopped doing that, and I asked the Lord if I could like do it every 6 months or something. He's like, yeah, totally, you can totally do that. I'm like, all right, cool. And I mean, like, be disciplined about it and get it done. But like, not be doing it all day every day, because if you're doing it all day every day, it's not as effective. And like I said, it's also kind of becomes crazy making, so it's like tiring. But these are real things, all of them. The soul fragmenting, the soul splitting, demons that jump like that movie Fallen, where there's Azazel, who's very powerful demon, very powerful. He's actually a fallen. He's not a demon. But and you have to understand that these demons, like Leviathan, have kingdoms. Leviathan is one power principality, and under her are many different kinds of demons. Octopus, starfish, squid, all kinds of things. And I don't, these things, we're told these things live in the abyss. So, hello, it's in the ocean. Like, I'm at the beach right now, so I'm like pointing at the ocean, even though you can't see it. The ocean is right there. That's the abyss. The different levels of heaven are what we see in air and density, like demons under the ocean. And not, of course, not all creatures under the ocean are demons, but confirmation. But in the air, the prince of the power of the air. That's why when you receive deliverance, you will burp, fart, yawn, your eyes will water. Like, there's all kinds of things, but usually that's how it goes. Like, you'll sneeze. That's the air, like the density of the demons coming out of your body. And I'm not talking about possession. Possession is a little bit different thing. But yes, Christians can in fact be possessed as well. If you open up enough doors for the enemy to come in, he can and he will come and possess your body. I don't care if you've been calling on the name of Christ. It doesn't matter. That you have to understand, it's not about me caring or not. It's not about the Lord not delivering you or not caring about it. It's because you opened those doors up, A. And B, the demons are really just doing their job. They're not doing anything that's outside of their spiritual jurisdiction. Thank you, Father. You have to understand that demons work in areas. Like here in California, Leviathan and Python, very active here. They work as gatekeepers in this area. And just because you're in the area, that's all it takes. You have to understand that Satan is a lawyer. He's an attorney. And he knows everything that he can do legally. But don't let that fool you. The enemy will not stop at just what he's spiritually, legally allowed to do to you. He will do all kinds of things to you. And as long as you agree to it, he'll run with it. You give him an inch and he will take 10 miles. There are so many things. But the Lord has had me studying more deeply about all of this for the last couple years, and how it all works, and what it really means to us, and how do we get rid of it, and how do we stay free? Because that was one of the main, concerns for me. I thought, Father, okay, I've received deliverance, but now how do I stay free? Because I know full well from experience and from what the Lord has taught me that, like I said, just walking through a crowd, you will pick up demons. As wackadoodle as that sounds, it's the truth. And I'm not here to give you anything but the truth. So, I don't have anything for you but the truth. It goes really deep, though. There are so many things, and if you pay attention to your dreams, the food that you eat, what you drink, imbibe, if you smoke cigarettes, if you smoke pot, if you take any medication, all of these things will affect your dreams. The main way that demons affect us is in our dreams. They can attach items to you. They can erect altars. They can use mirrors to scry and monitor you. This means that the monitoring spirits can be looking out your eyes. I know how crazy that sounds, but that's the truth. That's just how it works. It's wild. The demon of distraction will... You ever notice that sometimes, or especially when you're trying to do something important in your life, you'll be scattered all over the place, trying to read something, but you can't focus on it? That's a demon of distraction. Now, another way to think about demons is fallen programming. It could just be you could think of it in this sense. If you're not really a particularly spiritual person, you could think of it as fallen programming. Like the programs that you receive from your parents are not all good. Your DNA. You can look at it that way. Whatever helps you. Replace the word spiritual with quantum. Replace the word demon with bad programming. It's the same thing. It helps me to think about it in spiritual terms because you have to understand that the heart, either the rottenness of the heart of demons or the goodness of the hearts of humans is involved. And when you look at it as a very scientific point of view, it tends to lose the heart of the matter. And humans, fact of the matter is, humans deal with heart, we deal with emotion all the time. That's how we're created. So to leave that part out and just say, oh, we're just dealing with a resistor, or we're just dealing with that fallen programming, or we're just dealing with bad DNA, it doesn't take in the full scope of what being a human means. So I tend to use more spiritual terms, although I understand it both ways. I hope that this video enlightens you a little bit, because there are things that we cannot fight against. Period. I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are. It doesn't matter. These, like Leviathan, for instance, is more powerful than any human will ever be. Ever. There's no human being that could ever fight her. And when you know that, you'll start calling on Jehovah Nissi to fight your battles for you, because you realize that you're woefully inadequate to fight the battle with a principality like that. We're not called to fight principalities anyway. We're called to put on our armor and stand. That's what we're called. We're called to resist the devil, and he will flee from us. But it doesn't say because we're kicking his butt. A lot of these things are so much bigger and more powerful than us. We must rely on the Lord to fight those battles for us. We must rely on the Christ within us to fight those battles. You can't do it. And if you try, you'll regret it. And you'll end up going back to the Lord and asking him to do it anyway. Confirmation. God, that was really strong. So, my Mewtwo. Oh, bus. But this is, a lot of these things, it's very simple the way it works. It's very simple. It was set up to be a simple system. It was set up to make sense, and it does. It makes perfect sense to me. Not everybody understands it. Not everybody's really meant to. Not everybody's called to do deliverance. But like that ocean, that's where most demons live. I know that's wild. And like the air, that's heaven. It's not very complicated. People way overcomplicate these things. Very much. And then they start saying, we're living on a flat earth. I'm like, yeah, no, we're not though. It's a cool idea, but no, we're not. There's so much in our world. And it's really, really simple. The Lord made it simple for us to understand. If you don't want to listen to me and you want to spend the next couple years studying all this stuff yourself, ask him to show you. And he will. He will. Just make sure you want to know what you're asking to know, because he will tell you. I hope that this video finds you blessed. Love, blessings, and compassion to everyone. Take care of yourselves. Take care of one another. Peace be with you.